Howdy all, Malex Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright. I got the book to make a forge last time. Or enough books to make a forge. So what I need? I need cobblestone, 50 cobblestone, a wood log, 10 leather, 3 duct tape, 3 pipes. Well, I got the 10 leather. I almost have the pipes. I have no cobblestone. I mean, I do, but I think it's all back. How far is it to get back to my other place? Oh, it's not that far. I don't know, this place just isn't, I was looking for a city, right? This place isn't quite a city. But it's a little, looks a little more city-like than my other place, so I think I'll move here. But right now I've got to go get the stuff for a forge and bring it back. Because I have all my metal, too, is back at the other place. So, I think I'll go for a little jog. I, watched the, finale. I haven't really talked about it, but, I think I talked about it when it first started, but I didn't really talk about it after that. But I've watched through all of Alien Earth. I have to say, it was pretty good. I was impressed. I don't know if they've been renewed for a season 2 yet, which is crazy to me because of how good it was. But yeah, there was only like 2 things I didn't like about the show, really. And they both happened, they were both the same thing, and they both happened in this first episode. So, it started pretty strong, and it stayed strong the whole series, I thought. I did see a lot of people weren't liking the finale, but I thought the finale was excellent. I don't know what they wanted from the finale, but it was, I mean, I'll admit, there was one thing I wanted to happen in the finale that didn't go down the way I wanted it to. Um, as I was a little disappointed by that, but spoilers for Alien Earth. Uh, real good addition to the Aliens universe, I guess. Obviously, it's a different an Elseworlds kind of story, right? It doesn't take place in the main aliens, the stuff with Sigourney Weaver. It's clearly its own timeline universe thing. Because there are way too many companies that are important, and um, I don't think there were hybrids. Maybe in the comic books. I didn't read the comic books. I know there's I've read a few, so I know there's quite a few different comic book series based off of the Alien Predator combo universe. But uh, Yeah, I'm just I'm not aware of hybrids being a thing, and or this boy genius that's like one of the main characters, and I can't. I'm drawing a blank as to the name of his company, but yeah, basically, Utani sent out a deep sea research vessel, a deep sea, no, a deep space research vessel to bring back some alien um, creatures, and so it brought back 5 alien creatures, and the trick, of course, is they grabbed multiple creatures, at least 2 of which are highly intelligent. One being the xenomorph, and the other being this eyeball guy. And uh, oh, you know what? Add that as a third thing that disappointed me. Um, and and then there's like I don't know, kind of like a squid plant that was meh. There was these disgusting like tick things that were pretty gross, and then they introduced. So you only saw the tick things, the eyeball, the plant, and the xenomorphs at the beginning. And it wasn't until basically the second to last episode that they introduced the 5th creature. Like maybe it was in there before that, but they didn't show it enough for you to know what was going on with it. And it's basically just a fly that eats metal. Uh, oh, that was a plane flying over. It didn't quite sound like the plane to me. I wasn't sure what noise I was hearing. Also, it doesn't help my air conditioner's running. It's like 85 degrees today. I mowed the lawn. I mowed half the lawn yesterday. It was 68 degrees when I mowed the lawn yesterday, and 85 degrees when I mowed the lawn today, and I mowed them at the same time of day. What the heck? Uh, but yeah, and so on the way back to bring the samples back to the space station where they could investigate the creatures, obviously the xenomorphs got out, as they do, and started killing everybody on board, and and so the ship crashed, and then when it crashed on the boy genius's. I think his name was like Kessler or something like that. So it crashed on Kessler's, uh, the island where he keeps all his workers. Basically, he's got an island chain that's his main headquarters, and one of the islands is his private research island. And then there's like an island nearby that's full of workers and civilians. And so the ship crashed there. And so when it opens up, it's talking about how I don't know what that was. I saw something. It's talking about how there were different ways that they were trying to overcome um, stealth, more damage to trees, more chance to find water and loot. Yep, because I use a shotgun all the time. So definitely give me shotgun books. Oh, and those robotics, man, they really, really love me to have the robotics. Actually, it's not been too bad this time. I'm only at 5 out of 100. And then seeds. Yes. Yes. Can't get a manufacturing bench, but I am 2 books away from being 20 out of 20 for seeds. A workbench, I meant. I said manufacturing. I'm getting nothing for that guy. So, I need to just go east. No, west. Learn your directions, buddy. West? Yeah, a little northwest, I guess. So, so trying to overcome humanity's limited lifespan. And so it said one of the ways was synths. I don't understand how that was a thing. Like, I get robot bodies are cool and all, or robots are cool and all, but a synth is a synthetic being. It's a robot body with an AI operating system. Not sure how that's supposed to be. Uh, oh, you just make a wood log. Okay. I'm not sure how that's supposed to be a way for humanity to overcome its limited lifespan. But the big one was cyborgs. There were 3 of them. It was cyborgs because they were making cybernetic organs to replace failing organs and stuff. Synths, which I don't understand how that's an extender for humans, and then hybrids, which is downloading humans' memories into a robotic brain in a robotic body. And so Kessler, I don't know if that's his name, but I'm going to call him that. Kessler is the guy working on hybrids, and he has basically got it to the point where he can do it, but it only seems to work on children. And so he takes a bunch of sick children and, downloads them into their bodies. And then he's got a handful of children that are basically the Lost Boys from Peter Pan, and then the main one he calls Wendy, and uh, so over the course of the show, it was pretty good. Obviously the ship crashed on his island, so he gets all the creatures and takes them back to his research island, and then Utani wants them back. Clearly, Utani wants them back. And so she sends her cyborg, who was on board the ship and escaped from Kessler's Island, back to get her creatures and bring them back for her to study. And then you've got there's a synth who I'm not sure what his deal is, but he clearly doesn't care about the people, including Kessler. And then Kessler doesn't care about anything except his research. And then for whatever reason, they're using the Lost Boys, who are children, who act like children. Although I felt like they probably shouldn't have acted so much like children. It was cool when they first awoke as children, but I felt like they should have rapidly stopped being their children selves because, like they should have been. Being a child is 2 things basically, right? It's a lack of completion in your body and experience, and so your brain takes a long time to form. In fact, I don't know that it ever stops completely forming, or I don't know if it ever completely forms. is what I meant. And so, but the major portions of it are usually done by your early 20s, right? And so you're supposed to be fairly stable by your early mid 20s. And well, these kids would have bypassed all of that. And so I get that their personalities would still been childlike when they first woke up in their new robot bodies, but I feel like they should have. This isn't one of the things that disappointed me either. I feel like they should have stopped being so childlike at some point. Maybe not like completely. Like they're still going to be naive and experiencing things, and sense of wonder because they have no idea what's going on. But there's a lot of behavioral issues that come up with them that only exist because they're children. All right, I need pipes. I need duct tape. I need cobblestone. What else was there? Oh, and logs. Okay, what else am I missing here? I need... Okay. I'm gonna put one here, and then I will take all this other stuff back to the other place, just in case I don't come back here. I mean, I'm not gonna take everything because I can just come back here. It wasn't even that hard to run back over here. I just want to get... Okay, and then I'm gonna put one of these here. And then we'll go back to the other place, and I'll put one there. So that I can start cooking stuff while I'm there. I don't have to run all the way back here to cook stuff, but I do want one available in case I decide to come back here as my base. And I gotta go south. But yeah, it was it was pretty good watching the interactions between everything go down, and um, I love the aliens. The xenomorphs. They're one of my favorite space bad guys. And so it was fun seeing the different versions of them, and the last couple episodes were just excellent with the xenomorphs, and there was a lot of death, and so um, yeah, things I found disappointing. One was basic, just the first episode has got a xenomorph run around, and it does cool xenomorph things, right? Like hiding in the shadows and then revealing itself, and the jaws come out and snap, and the tail whips around, all that stuff, all the cool stuff with the xenomorph. But there's like these two spots in there that are just weird, where they're trying to evacuate an apartment building, and this group of people won't leave, and then the xenomorph gets in there with them, and guy goes in like right after, and they act like the xenomorph killed them so quickly that people are still sitting at the table upright. And I'm just like, why? A xenomorph wouldn't kill like that. Like, what are you doing? Uh, it would definitely be like bodies thrown apart and around and stuff like that. And then the second big kill scene for the xenomorph in that episode, the cyborg guy, who's, I don't remember his name, he wraps it up. He shocks it unconscious, and then he sprays it with this web stuff out of a gun, and then he's dragging the cocoon he's got it in back to the elevator to leave with it. And when he gets to the elevator, some more of Kessler's guards show up, and they see the bag and they want to know what's in the bag because they think he's looting or something. And then he tells them, there's a creature in the bag and it's starting to wake up and it's going to kill us all. And so um, so it tears its way out of the bag, and then they don't show you because Kessler's in the elevator looking away from what's going on. And then the alien spins out of the bag, and then they switch to Kessler. I think they're just looking over Kessler's shoulder, and you hear the guards like screaming and shooting their guns and stuff. And then he gets up and he turns around to look because the alien left, and it just killed all the guards like instantly. There's just blood and shredded pieces of bodies like they'd gone through a lawnmower or something. And I'm just like, that's not really how the alien would work. And that is one of my complaints is that I feel like somebody should have managed to shoot these aliens. There aren't many, and there's a lot of guards with guns who are firing on the xenomorphs in this in this series, and I don't think they managed to kill a single xenomorph with a gun. Um, because the xenomorph that's killing all the guys at the beginning gets killed by Wendy, and then she does it unarmed, off camera, uh, which is which is disappointing that we didn't get to see the fight, but she's a very cool character, and she's the original hybrid. And so then I felt like the xenomorph was too indestructible. Should have been a little more taking damage or being killed kind of thing. I mean, they really only killed one. The I think they only killed one the entire series, entire first season, and I don't know how many were on the ship. I also think that there's another one out there that they kind of just ignored. I almost feel like there were two on board the ship, and they showed two different ones, but then they just ignored the second one after it's seen. Okay, I need this. So, that was one thing that disappointed me. Um, I guess that's two things that disappointed me was how impervious the oops, how impervious the xenomorphs were, and okay. Okay, I apparently don't remember how to split up my stacks here. Oh well. Here, I want you to take... Oh, it's right click. Uh... Oh, yeah. Okay. I can't remember how to use the dang machine, okay? There you go. Take that. Take that. Turn it on. So my goal is this. I can get a cooking pot. I need to put clay in there too, apparently. Cooking pot and a cooking grill. Oh, dude, I can't make an anvil until I have a workstation. I'm at 5 of 25 books. Nice. Alright, well, let me go down and grab some more clay. I don't know how much I've got here. And then... I said there were 3 things. Now I say there's 4 things. So one was the alien spinning around killing guys, and the alien being impervious. After that first episode, though, other than the being impervious, the alien did go back to killing like normal, like hunting people down one by one, or jumping onto a group and you know, fighting them one by one as they try not to shoot their own people and stuff. Um, um, oh, I thought the kids should have acted less like kids after they got switched to their robot bodies. Um, Dang it! I know I said there were 3. What was my second one? Aliens splurting everybody. Uh, oh, I was really looking forward to a massive fight between the cyborg and the synth. They had a couple of scenes together where they were like, I hate you kind of attitudes. And so I was really, really looking forward to seeing the two of them throw down. And yeah, their throwdown was meh. Basically, they slammed each other around and tried to punch each other a little bit. And then the cyborg that doesn't go in there. And then the cyborg kind of got the upper hand and slammed the synth down and broke his back. Real quick in the fight too, like real quick in the fight. And then I think they shocked the cyborg unconscious. I think they shocked him unconscious. Can't remember exactly. So that was a little disappointing. And then the eye. Oh, I was so disappointed. I wanted to know about the eye. So they got this eye creature. All right. And so they've shown it do a lot of things. But I can't tell if the eye creature is evil or good. Like, I would say the xenomorphs are evil, obviously. They kill and eat and repopulate, right? And that's all they do. And so it's not great. But they make great bad guys. The eye, on the other hand, I think the first time you see him, he's just there as his little eye. It's kind of like a little squid with its body as one giant eyeball that its pupils split into different forms, which is interesting. And sometimes they'll show you what it looks like out of the eyeballs, multi-pupils, which is fun. And then after the ship crashed, there was a cat on board the ship, and it got killed. And so then the eyeball goes into the eye socket of the cat and starts controlling the cat's body. And that freaked out one of the hybrids real bad. And so, in fact, it made her a little crazy. and then it tried to get into her eye. It looked like it grabbed on her face, but she pushed it away, and then later they gave it a dead sheep, or maybe it was a live sheep. I can't remember. They gave it a sheep, anyways, and so it took over the sheep's body, but it couldn't talk. Ta-da! I can now cook things on my grill. I should have looked to see if I had a beaker back at the other place. Dang it. Didn't think that went through. No, no. That was close. I just wanted to get some tree. I'm out of lumber. I can't put anything in the old cooking pot there. And so then one of the hybrids is feeding the creatures, and he breaks the door, and so he leaves the door propped open. He breaks the feeding chute, and so he leaves the door propped open while he goes to feed the fly creatures that eat metal. And so when he goes in there to feed the fly creatures, the eye in its in its sheep form slams into the glass and startles him, and it makes the door go closed. And then the flies eat and kill him. But I don't know if that was because he was trying to kill the hybrid, or if he was just trying to stop the bugs from getting out. Also, he was a hybrid, so I'm thinking that maybe it doesn't understand that the hybrids are people. It might just see them as some kind of machine, like the sense. And so because it doesn't sense blood, heartbeat, whatever, right? And so then Kelsier, whatever his name is, Kevlar, I don't remember what his name is. He says he wants to give the eye a human body so they can have a conversation. And so they try to lure Wendy's brother into the thing with the eye. Now, I don't know if the eye was actually going to get in the brother's head, because he didn't let it get close. I don't know if it was going to. I don't know. And then at the end of the finale, they showed the eye crawling to a dead body that was on the beach, which is a long way from where all the other people were. And so it didn't take any of the people along the way. It went out of its way to find a dead body to take over. And so we never got to hear it speak. We saw it try to speak through the sheep, but it couldn't make, any real sounds. And I think it meowed a couple of times as a cat. But yeah, so I was really looking forward to seeing what the eye was going to say, and then the eye never said anything. Come on, get up there. But yeah, no, it was good. I like the season finale. I mean, I get that it probably would have been, more fun for people had it gone a little more crazy. But I don't know, I liked it. I don't know if I can... Can I do up the water? I can't. I can do up the water now, okay. Oh. Derp-de-der. Alright, so I need eggs. I need 6 eggs. Alright, well, I think with that, I am gonna call it a day. So be better than the small things, lean to the light. I will talk to you later.